Brian Beeler is rounding them up. It's going to be December 5th. Episode 3, third episode we've dropped here in December. The search is for Doug. Cyclone Doug. I believe you mentioned you'd like to see some of those drag cars and gassers again. So yeah, last time we done this was a real good search. So that's what it is today, is drag cars, gassers. If like Doug, Cyclone Doug, you're interested in something, drop it in the comments below, subscribe, ring the bell, and I will round them up for you. So let's get on with the pretty cool search. New to the channel, always goes lowest to highest. We're only going to be on Marketplace. You can drop in the URL, always go to the section I tell you area it's in and look up the make of vehicle and you'll find it. As of the 5th, they're all currently listed for sale. First one's going to be in Williamsburg, Ohio, listed 8 weeks ago for $850, and it's a 41 Ford Business Coupe, and I'm digging it. I love rusty junk, I guess. Someone's had it all butchered up. It's rusted up pretty good, so it's definitely just a shell. I wouldn't say the chassis is any good either. See what it says. 41 Business Coupe, rough, rusty roller, for sale. Sold with a bill of sale. Does not have a title. Has a straight axle up front. Someone swapped out the rear end. Comes with good back glass. Has extra rear fenders. And a need for a tetanus shot. So it's pretty rusty. Price is $850, your best offer. I'm digging it. Definitely would be a cool drag car. Especially if you had a chassis like out of an S10 or something already tubbed up. But on to another one. It's cool we started off at $850 on such an expensive search, right? So here's one. It's a 50 Ford two-door sedan for $1250 4 weeks ago. It's going to be in Brazil, Indiana. It's a project that he's not interested in anymore. I was going to make it a gasser. Has 3 extra doors, an extra deck lid, 3 sets of bumpers. Wheels can go with it for an additional $300. Straight axle calipers and rotors can go in for an additional $250, so $1,700 for all of it. And it's a 50 Ford. You gotta dig that. There's that straight axle laying right there. There's gonna be your extra doors hanging on the wall with the deck lid. Wheels, I don't know about $300 for the wheels, but the straight axle look pretty sweet. So I'm digging it. 4 weeks ago, Indiana. On to another one. So it's going to be in Maine. It's going to be Eddington, Maine. $1,500. 56 Pontiac Gasser. So it's only got 2 pictures in it, but the straight axle they got underneath there is pretty wicked looking. 56 Gasser roller car only. $1,500. No motor, trans, wheels, or picture not included. Straight axle on the front end. Speedway disc brake set new. Rusty but fixable. So again, 56 Pontiac, $1,500. On to another one. So this is going to be a 49 Chevrolet Fleetline for $3,000 3 weeks ago, Akron, Ohio. 49 Chevy Gasser project, new Speedway 6-inch drop front axle, Camaro posi, rocker rear wheels. Have new trunk pan, inner outer rockers. Car's a roller. Front end still needs final welded. Got a new couple boxes of parts. Front grille, aftermarket wiring harness included. And he does have some glass. I dig the front wheels, man. Digging the 56 Chevy sitting beside it too. Really cool axle, man. Digging it. Cool car right there. Definitely needs some floor pan work in it. Still don't have a cage in it. But definitely got some potential. $3,000 3 weeks ago, Akron, Ohio, for that 49 Chevy. On to another one. So it's going to be a 48 Plymouth here for $3,000. It's going to be in Shelbyville, Indiana. 17 weeks ago, possible trade, 48 Gasser. Needs floors. No motor, no trans. Has lots of chrome to go back on it. Too many projects, asking $3,800 a possible trade. Check that out. Got a straight axle up in it. It's only got 4 photos of it. It's an old Plymouth. You gotta dig that. On to another one. Got here, you got 64 Ford Mustang, it says, for $4,000. We can tell by that quarter panel that this is a Comet or a Falcon, right? So yeah, it's 64 Falcon. Project car guy working on it was going to make it into a Gasser. Car's overall good condition. Has parts including bumpers, doors, 302 Mexican block. Alright. 3-speed overdrive tranny, 9-inch narrow rear end. Seats and much more. Or best offer. $4,000 7 weeks ago, and it's in Michigan. Nice looking fenders. Decent looking door. There's going to be your narrowed up rear end. Must be your Mexican 302 block. It's got the grill and stuff for it. Some headers, some heads. It's like a pedal assembly for the brake pedal maybe. Some strange axles in that thing too, man. So some dash parts, some seats, another rear end. We got a couple rear ends laying there, it looks like. Lots of parts. You gotta dig that. It was only $4,000 6 weeks ago. Lots of pictures. Fortunately, it looks like there's no rear end in it, so this is gonna be fun trying to move it. On to another one. This one's gonna be a 62 Ford Fairlane here for $5,500 5 weeks ago. Jasper, Georgia. Drag car roller chassis with roll cage and tub and narrowed 9-inch. Great Gasper project. Right, 62 Fairlane. Wow, look how monstrous tubbed out this thing is, man. You could put some big wheels up on this thing. He shows the rear end now. I'm sure he does. There's a lot of pictures here, so there you go. Rear end's already in it. Still got a dash in it, got a cage in it. There was no front pig in the rear end. But what a cool one. $5,500. I'm digging it. 62 Fairlane. On to another one. Here's a 68 Chevrolet. It says Chevrolet Classic. $6,500 11 weeks ago, North Carolina. It's a 68 Triumph Spitfire drag car. It's going to be a roller, narrowed 12 bolt with 14 gears. Car weighs 2,000 without the driver. It ran a 691 right off the trailer with a 400 horse engine. He's pulling the engine, transmission, the shifter, all the electronics, and the fuel system will stay at the car. 32 by 14 Goodyear slicks. Still have plenty of passes left on them. Have a title. We'll leave it together for $11,500. It's a stroker engine with 6 passes on it. And it should be a lot faster once it's broken, he says. So check this thing out. 68 Triumph. So yeah, it's a convertible. And I think the coolest thing I've seen, this thing looks like it's set up ready to go. What I love the best is these headers coming right out of the hood, man. This thing's got to be a blast to run down the track. I wouldn't doubt he's tearing it apart because he's scared of it. This thing is sick, man. Guys, gals, Junkyard Underdog looks like the car to get. So far today for $6,500, man, you're gonna have all kinds of fun and maybe even kill yourself in it. So how can you beat that for $6,500? On to another one. 66 Nova right here for $7,000, listed 5 weeks ago in Salina, Ohio. So this is real close to me. Let's see what this says. 66 Chevy Nova, located in Salina, Ohio. Drag car roller project. Chevy 2, tons of pics. Can PM me over. 12 bolt, nicely done cage work. Mini tub, no engine, no trans, no interior, and no title. Drag car only. So wow, doesn't that suck? Does have a cage in there, but man, that stuff all looked rusty. When I say it looked rusty, like it looks rusty into the floor rusty, so I don't know how much of that shit's any good. Without major refabbing and building the whole car, so it is what it is. I don't make the prices. $7,000 5 weeks ago. On to another one. This thing's just outright badass. You had to include this. 75 Chevrolet Monza funny car. $7,500 3 weeks ago, South Carolina. And it's a blue Max. So how cool would this be to have hanging on the garage wall from the ceiling? You see it right, you want $7,500 for it. The back half of the rear end looks like it's all been redone. And actually the body still looks like it's in really good shape too, so funny car, funny car, funny car, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Funny car body, frame rails, new rear and railroad rear end, 4-link, 410 gears, Dana 60. Will hold the horsepower, 33-inch rear end back brake plate to back across. So I'm digging it. $7,500. We found a blue Max funny car. On to another one. We're still at $7,500, and this might be one of the coolest ones in the whole search because I've been on the wagon thing. So Indiana, Granger, Indiana, 65 Dodge Polaris. And you see it right, it's a wagon. So I'm digging it. Yeah, that's a 65 Dodge Italian Connection is what it says. Drag wagon. Pure vintage muscle. Car hasn't been in action on YouTube. Car has been seen in action on YouTube. Go to Hardway Garage, Italian Connection, whole shot to see the test run. It has a 440 with a roller cam. Maverick ignition, lightning rod shifters. This thing is badass, man. What a cool wagon this is. Yeah, I'm digging it. What a cool car. Check out the shifter. Got the Hurst lightning rods in this. Yeah, new pick of the day, right? And we were at $7,500 for this thing. Granger, Indiana. There it is. If you're interested in it, hit them up. Not street legal, bill of sale. Needs brakes and rubber for the track time. That's the last thing it says about it. On to another one. This one's going to be a cool car right here too. 65 Plymouth Belvedere for $8,000 3 weeks ago, Alabama. I have for sale 65 Plymouth Belvedere drag car. It's a roller, no motor, no trans. Old school drag car, roller cage, fiberglass hood, bumpers, etc. Fan, exhaust. From headers, back included. From the tires are no good, but they will air up. It's Mickey Thompson slicks. Has a 440 motor. It was raced in the car. Previous owner pulled it and removed it. The heads for a blown head gasket. Found out they were fine. It's available for extra money. So you get the 440 that came out of it too for extra money. Man, this thing looks good. I dig this one. I dig this one more than that wagon. What a cool car right here. $8,000 3 weeks ago. He didn't say what he wanted for the motor. On to another one. And man, I might just have to go buy this one. Come on, tell me you don't want that car. It looks like it's Willie so much it ain't even funny. So it's a 40 Ford Coupe, $10,000 6 weeks ago, Fort Worth, Texas. Loving the split back window, man. This thing is sick. So yep, I'd like to have this car. Yeah, there's something wrong with me probably, man, because I just find this one bad as hell. Cool 70s Gasser hot rod pulled out of a barn this month. Has chrome and garnish moldings, nice grill, running boards with all the other body parts, $10,000. Boom. Pick of the day, right? Damn, what a cool ass Ford right there. On to another one. Gonna be a 53 Dodge Pontiac Gasser here for 10 grand. Gonna be in Oregon. So we're up to 10 grand already. We'll consider trade for a side by side. This is a cool one, man. We're getting into some really cool looking cars here that are actually runners. So I believe this thing's something you could actually drive and race. Well, it's 10 grand and it's in Oregon. 53 Dodge Coronet. I dig it. On to another one. You gotta include some 55 Chevys, man. If we're gonna talk about gassers and drag cars, you just can't do a search without putting some of these in there. So here's a 55 two-door for 10.5. 7 weeks ago, Kentucky. And don't have any information about it. Tip Bubba's Towing and Recovery. Just seen the price right. He wants 10.5. No motor, no trans. Needs hood, trunk repair, all good. Starter car, good title in hand. So it's got a title. 10.5, and that's the phone number even. So it's always best to get on here. Go to the area. So go to the, oops, excuse me. Dropped my lighter on the floor. Go to Olive Hill, Kentucky, and make sure this ad's still up there before you buzz a number. Even though it does say dealership, and I know in previous episodes I've said, screw it, man, just call. It's a dealership. How pissed off could it get? Just tell them, hey, seen your car in a cool episode of Brian Beeler's rounding them up. So on to another one. 55 was cool. You got to include a 55 on a search like this. So 76 Chevy Monza here for 10.5. New York, 10 weeks ago. Up for sale as a Monza notchback race car. Full tub chassis. Mustang 2 front end. Willwood brakes. Odometer gauges. Hurst quarter stick. Deep straight. Has an 8 3/4 Chrysler rear end with 48 gears. Will sell for 10.5 as a rolling car. Sell turnkey. Can sell turnkey. Car has around $994 and $850. We'll trade for a Nova or Vega roller. You want to burn out in that thing, man. Yep, this is a pretty cool car. Showing you definitely pulling the wheels. Gotta dig that. Pretty decent race car right here. Again, we're up to the cars now and the prices now that you can take these things racing. We did say turnkey it was going to be more though, so it was 10.5 for this thing as a roller. So on to another one. And I believe that episode I done way back when. And that was a long time ago, maybe just about a year ago that last time we did this drag car search. This car was on that episode. So since that episode, someone started peeling the stickers off of it. And I think the price has dropped. I think before it was like $15,000, but it says 11 now. It's still in Bree, Ohio, listed 10 weeks ago. The last time we searched them was way longer than 10 weeks ago, and you can see here someone started removing the stickers and repainting it red, maybe. But I said back then, and I'll say now, this is a cool drag car right here. 11's pretty steep for it, but it's badass, for sure. 65 Dart GT drag car. Bought the car last year, so yeah, man, he bought it since our last episode. Yep, you got 440 in it. 11,000 open offers. If the ad's up, it's still available, so you gotta dig that. So there you go, looking for a badass 65 Dart. It's on here again. On to another one. And it's not only on here again, but it's actually for sale again. So, on to another one. And here we go. This is going to be right up my alley, right? Just what I don't need. See it right. It's a 64 Mercury Comet. He wants $11,995. Gonna be in Arizona, so it's out there. And he done up like a Gasser already. Would look like a 4-speed in it. Also looks like a pistol strapped in right here on the door skins. So I don't know if you can notice that or not. But it did say what? Arizona? Monster looking engine with tunnel ram in it. So yeah, I gotta dig it, right? Being the Comets that I'm into. I don't like that grill all blacked out. So it's kind of cool. I seen this post. I know never to do that. I'm not even sure it's the correct grill. So it could be why they done it. It looks like it's a stick. Let's read them out. Mercury Comet Cyclone, street legal Gasser, straight axle in the front, hot rod motor. It's a 289 with a wheel and intake and dual Holley carburetors. And that's all it says. So it says it's a Cyclone. It could be. There they filled in some holes. But I dig it. It is cool. 11.9. I don't know. That sounds like a lot of money. Seems how we don't have that in all three of ours. So on to another one. This one's a 72 Ford. It's gonna be a Pinto, right? 12.5. 23 weeks ago in New York. Selling for his filer. And it's got a 12-point cage, aluminum interior, harness, net. 4200 stall. Yep, on a race car Pinto, there it is. All tubular out. Got the whole aluminum inside, just like they said. It's a one nice looking race car, but damn, it's a Pinto. 72 Pinto at that. That's definitely a pretty old Pinto. On to another one. Here we go. It says Chevrolet Camaro, but that's going to be another Monza, right? One's 13.5 3 weeks ago, Wisconsin. It's a Vega. Roller drag car. Tube chassis set up for small block Chevys. Got a motor plate included. It's got 9-inch, 430 center section. Pretty badass car right here. One's 13.5 or best offer. Those are parts that go with it. But you did hear it right. It's as a roller. So you're not getting the motor with it. But man, this car looks pretty badass. Pretty cool drag car right there. On to another one. So it's going to be a 49 Chevrolet Deluxe Gasser. For $14.9. So that's getting to be some real money, right? Listed 6 days ago, Connecticut. 49 Chevy Coupe, Deluxe Gasser, fresh 355 small block. Last year, Eagle rolling assembly, aluminum heads. Sounds awesome. Turbo 350. Had a valve job, body redone, 12-bolt rear end, 373 gears. Got a straight axle, disc brakes, runs and drives great. Check it out. It's called Death Trap. And you gotta dig it, right? I'm digging it. So yeah, what a nice looking car. Goes from like a purple to a blue. It was a 49 Chevy. $14.9. On to another one. It's going to be a 64 Acura. Yeah, right. It's a 64 American Rambler. He wants 15, 9 weeks ago, sold in Ohio. This is kind of what I want to turn my post into, is the drag car looks like this. I'm digging it. It's actually altered wheelbase even. So they brought that front axle forward and the rear end forward in this thing. This is a badass car. 15,000. I'm digging this thing, man. It's got a blower on it. So how can you beat that? Yep. New pick of the day. But it's quite a bit of money too. Not giving it away. But man, the cool factor's off the chart. The old two-timer. Gotta dig that American motor car, right? On to another one. This one's going to be a 64 Chevelle here for $15,500 21 weeks ago, and it's in California. Yep, that was like a big block Chevy done up. Ton of Ram, dual fours. Whole lot of engine in this Chevelle right here. 64 Chevelle Gasser. Street freak, badass car, tons of attitude. 454 4-speed. Runs and drives. I've only owned the car for a couple of months. Bought it with a blown motor. I've installed a 454 and got it running. Car has a fiberglass front clip. I started doing an amateur paint job on it, including paint and finish it. I also have a brand new front bumper for it. Set of ladder bars, solid axle. I have a couple other projects I want to focus on. Got a clean title for it too. So that's one badass car right there. Looking for a Chevelle, badass Chevelle. Boom, just found it. It's out in California. 15,500. On to another one. This is going to be a pretty cool 56 Ford Fairlane right here. 16,000 though. 3 days ago, PA. Got the nice tank to hang on the front. It's had a freshly cage put in it. And yep, got a tilt front end on this thing. So you gotta dig that. It's a steel tilt front end. You can see where they've welded it together. Super cool. Up for sale, 56 Fairlane, straight axle Gasser. The original fenders and hood are bolted together to make it a one-piece steel front end. It's got 390 big block, 3-speed manual trans, 410 posi. Car's period correct for a 60s Gasser. Using the suspension seats out of a 63 Econoline van. Has a roll bar that's not approved, but it looks brand new. Battery and fuel cellar in the trunk. Tires like new, runs and drives great. The only thing is it needs a steering box to be adjusted. Take some play out of it. So there you go, 16,000 for that cool ass Ford. I'm definitely digging it. Badass car right there. On to another one. Talking about badass cars, check out this thing. It says 58 Tesla Model 3, but obviously it's not a Tesla. It's a 58 Nash Metropolitan. So this is a search we've never done before. But man, check this thing out. It's called Monster Nash. And I am digging the shit out of this. 58 Nash Metropolitan. Engine is a 327 dual quad, double hump heads. Mild built pump. It's got pump gas, mild or motor NMSD ignition. With starter saver, custom block hugger headers with mufflers, exhaust cutouts, aluminum radiator, electric fan. Transmissions are built 4L80 with a 2800 stall. This has a TCI EZ TCU unit, control shift points, Ford 9-inch rear end. It's been narrowed. Has a leaf spring setup with old school Dragmaster slapper bars. Current running into nitro drag radials. Plenty of room to go with slicks. Has 4-wheel disc brakes with line lock, front axles cut out, 2-wheel Jeep Cherokee leaf springs. Has rack and pinion. All lights and turn signals work. No wipers. Car has custom hand painted lettering. It can be removed easily. Body is very solid and correct patina. No backyard build. This car you can drive on the track and run 12s with the current tune back to home. Runs and drives flawlessly. Has a 62 trunk lid. Grafted into a 58. Did not have a 10-gallon fuel cell battery there. It's a recent build. Looking to trade or sell for $17,000 cash. Showstopper, one of a kind. I'd buy it, man. It's definitely a showstopper, one of a kind. I am digging the shit out of this little Nash. What a badass little build. This had to be fun to build, and it's got to be a freaking blast to drive it. Check out the chop out they did for the alternator. Yeah. What a cool car, man. It's a fresh build. You can see they just all did all that, man. Car's like brand new. I'm digging it. How can you not dig that thing? New pick of the day, right? What a cool car. On to another one. This thing's pretty badass too. 18,000, 65 Plymouth. And it was 6 weeks ago in Oregon. Like I said in the last episodes, this is the Valiant. I always like the Barracuda with the wraparound back window like a Hemi under glass. Check out all them holes. And you gotta dig that, right? That's what I'm gonna do to my Comet. It's gonna get the whole views too. Got some nice seats in it. Yeah, the hearse on the floor. Man, you gotta dig that. Cool little battery box. Drilled the shit out of that deck lid. Man, the hours in doing that, right? But the look is just so era correct. It's badass. I'm digging it. Even the aftermarket gauges in this look pretty good. So it's probably one of the nicest race car Valiants I've seen in a while. Again, it's out in Oregon. He wants $18,000 for it. And it's got 833 4-speed in it. I'm digging it. If you want to read it out, what it's got. Was a small block car. On to another one. This one's going to be a 71 Ford Maverick Gasser right here. 18,000 3 weeks ago, and it's in Florida. Holiday, Florida. Yellow and black. Tunnel ram, dual fours, straight axle. Look like a brand new fuel cell. Seats are wore out. Man, what a cool car. This one paid $18,000. Wonder if it's got a title. Maverick with 383 Stoker, Holly carburetors, frame off, built in 2020. Absolutely perfect car, nothing wrong with it, and a clean title in hands. You gotta dig that part. That kind of money, man, you gotta have a title. So again, 18,000 Florida. On to another one. This is gonna be a 53 Bel Air for 18. Cutoff was 20, and I don't think I even found any for 20. I tried to stay under 20, so listed a week ago here in New Jersey. 53 Chevy, I love the train. So 53 Chevy EXB Gasser, cartoon street car, small block with a cam, fender well headers, 350 manual trans, manual shift, Ford 9-inch, 390 gears, 18 her best offer. She does look pretty damn good. I dig the red windows. I dig all the gauges up on the dash. I dig it, but that seems like a lot of money, man, for flat black. Just pinstripes on it, you know what I mean? But people are always negotiable. Money talks. Had to include another 55 Chevy, right? So this one is 18.5, 14 weeks ago, Indiana. This one actually is a Gasser. With a big block 4-speed in it, so definitely made the list. Runs and drives 454, Muncie 4-speed manual trans. Hard to find. Have too many cars. Cash, no trades. We're definitely looking to move it. That's definitely a badass car right there. And he once paid $18.5. On to another one. Check out this Blazer. Obviously it's not a 67 Blazer. Price was $19.5 7 weeks ago, Michigan. And yep, it's a 67 Corvair. Says show car. Brand new 400 small block, 350 tranny. Says everything's new. Will not respond to texts. Phone calls only. It's one cool Cover. I don't know about 19.5, man. It's a really nice looking paint on it too. So on to my pick of the day. It's going to be this one right here. It says 1951 other. Once 12.5, 23 weeks ago. Whitewright, Texas. It's a 51 Henry J with a 383 stroker small block, 2-speed power glide, 456 gears, narrowed 9-inch, S10 Chevy pickup front clip, midsection original Henry strip ready, run 7s. Yeah, I'm digging this one. I don't like the front wheels, but I think I could probably even leave that patina on there for a minute. Hoggabone Road. Digging it. What a cool build. He didn't mention title, did he? Don't think he did. So that's something you have to hit him up with to see if he's even got a title for it. And obviously if it doesn't have a title, there's no way I give him 12.5. But I hope you dig the episode. Cyclone Doug. I know I did. Definitely some cool ones in there. Appreciate all the new subs, man. Can't believe how big the channel's gotten and how quick it's gotten. So you might have seen we've changed up the logo. Rounding them up. Brian Beeler is rounding them up. So got some cool t-shirts and sweaters and hoodies that I'm going to start wearing in my videos instead of all the other stuff I've been wearing. But like always, there's something you're looking for. Drop it in the comments below. Subscribe, ring the bell, and peace out, everybody.